Setting your back in rigid extension on the deadlift can be problematic for some lifters, especially if you're a new lifter, and this is pretty understandable. You can't actually see what's going on back there, and you might not actually know what extension feels like. Your spinal erectors are fighting with your hamstrings for control of your back, and your spinal erectors need to win this battle so that your back stays nice and flat and rigid, because a nice, flat, rigid back is much more effective at transferring force from your legs and your hips to the bar than is a soft, flexed back. So with this goal in mind, that of keeping a nice, flat, rigid, extended back, let's take a look at a couple cues that might help you out. The first cue is push your belly down between your thighs. Now, the first cue that we use when teaching the deadlift is squeeze your chest up. But after that cue, this cue, push your belly down between your thighs, is usually our next best cue, and it's kind of our go-to cue. I believe the credit for this one goes to Nick Delgadillo, but I could be wrong. But either way, the concept is pretty simple. You want to try to push your belly, push your stomach down between your femurs. You could even cue yourself to push your belly button down between your femurs. And if you do that, you're going to have a nice flat back. The second cue is wrinkles in your shirt. Picture the back of your shirt with wrinkles in it. Not nice and smooth, which is what it would be if your back was rounded in flexion, but instead kind of bunched up as if you were arching your back. Now granted, we don't actually want an arched back. We just want it nice and flat and straight. But this idea of trying to arch it can sometimes help people who struggle with back extension. This cue tends to be useful because even though some people may not have a really solid grasp of what back extension feels like or what they'd have to do to accomplish that, they very often can get a pretty good sense of what they'd have to do to create wrinkles in the back of their shirt. The last one is show your shirt to the wall. Imagine a person standing about 15 to 20 feet in front of you, and now you, without dropping your hips, are going to try to show the writing on your shirt to that person. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but a useful one nonetheless. That person needs to be able to read the writing on your shirt. So go ahead and try out one or two of these cues the next time that you're deadlifting. If you don't have a coach or an educated friend watching you, then make sure that you go ahead and record yourself to make sure that you've actually set your back. We hope this was useful, and if it was, please let us know. Hit the subscribe button or give us a thumbs up or leave a comment below. We will see you next time, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better. Am I going?
You're kind of in the bottom half of the screen, is that okay? So you can see all of Testify. Milo, sit down.
You sit. Okay.
There you go.
You're a good boy. Okay, can you stay?
Milo.
You don't have to kiss me. Yeah. Okay, you gonna stay there, Kyle? What you doing? You trying to lay down? Okay. Okay.
That's adorable.
Okay. All right. Milo, Parker. Ready to go home? All right, let's go.